Those fine people at Adobe have done it yet again and introduced another game changer in relation to Adobe Illustrator 2024 in the form of Mockup Beta. My name is Jerry Coleman from UCD Professional Academy, and I'm going to take you on a step-by-step guide on how to use this fantastic new feature inside Adobe Illustrator. Mockup Beta allows us the ability to take our designs and apply them to JPEG images of, say, baseball hats, t-shirts, mugs, you name it, and see how the branding looks in relation to the visuals. Very, very useful when we're trying to deal with our clients, or indeed just getting an idea what way our logo is evolving. Let's take a look at how it's used. We'll start by placing in the logos into Illustrator. We've got two versions here, a dark version and a light version. I will explain why we have both in a moment. We have a panel over here on the right hand side called Mockup Beta. How we access that is we go to Object, top first screen, all the way down to Mockup Beta, and click Make. And it will, if it's your first time to use it, it'll ask to be installed and you will get the same palette for you to be able to use. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to get this dark logo version of the coffee house onto all these products here in this picture range here. And there are a good few options in the sense of different types of mockups we can put into branding, graphics. Yeah, you can see our styles there, digital devices, phones, mobiles, and so on. And then into packaging, we can apply, play. Click on the mockup button, but you'll note that I'm going into the dark detailed designs. It doesn't look great. The white t-shirt looks great and the bib looks great, but not always perfect. Thus the reason for a second style of a lighter logo. Let's have a look at seeing what they look like on, say, packaging. Yeah, nice job there. And these images are all given to us by Adobe stock. We can click here to learn more about those processes. They're generally paid versions, but you can get free versions you can use for your devices, but you can always use your own designs as well. Let's change this back to, say, apparel here. Double click in, delete out that background, highlight it, and if I click Mockup again, you'll see it puts the light variations onto the darker t-shirts. So always good to have variations within your logos when you're applying them. Let's delete that version out. We're going to bring in our own image here now. Place that inside. I'm going to drag it to the scale I want it to be. I can note that my logo is behind it. Arrange, bring to front. And I'm going to reduce it ever so down just to match, because I want to go into the center of the cup there. So just generally get within the ballpark of it. Now, what we need to do is select both the photograph and the logo at the same time. We then head back to Object, down to our Mockup Beta, click on Make, give it a couple of seconds to do its magic, and once it's applied, you can see it put into position with inside. And we can just click and move it around, get the optimum vibe and a kind of a very 3D style effect of its positioning. I can reduce it in size by holding Shift and drag on the bottom square here. Click inwards to reduce, and out if we want to enlarge the image itself. There's a lot of options here, but if I go to another portal here, I have a rotation option. I don't want to rotate, I'm going to put it back in position, and I'm kind of happy the way it looks there and now. I'm going to use some blending modes by going to opacity, going to my blending modes, and there's a lot of the options in the top four I'd be using, so I'll probably go for multiplies being the most popular, and it darkens down the tone, and probably the one I'd go most of the time. But sometimes I will also go and apply in a drop down option called color burn. It lightens the logo ever so, but it works well with reflective light. So you can see if I move the logo inside the coffee cup, it adds another layer of believability in its concept from the light angling to the dark shade of the cup. So nice job in play in regard to that. Once I click away, it becomes part of the image and we're good to go. If I need to edit it, if I wanted to go back in and tweak it, I simply go back to Object, I come down here to Mockup Beta, click Release or Edit, either one. Release will put it back into where I have both options, or if I click into Edit, it allows me to change and tweak the position within the image, but fully containable afterwards. Okay, let's have a look at some other examples in action. So there you go, the brand new Mockup Beta tool in Adobe Illustrator 2024. Take it for a spin, you won't regret it. I do hope you enjoyed the video. Do check back for more videos in these series.